In 1 month, you can transform your life by focusing on clarity, discipline, and daily action instead of chasing big dreams that never begin. Because the truth is, big dreams are easy to talk about, easy to imagine, easy to feel inspired by, but they are also easy to postpone. We tell ourselves that one day we'll start, one day we'll change, one day we'll finally get serious. And yet that day never comes. The calendar keeps moving and we stay stuck. What separates those who change from those who stay the same is not their vision, it is their ability to commit to a short, sharp, focused plan and execute it every single day. Think about it. 1 month is not a long time. It's not overwhelming, it's not unreachable. You don't have to wait for a new year, a new season, or a perfect time. In just 30 days, you can build habits that reshape your future. In 30 days, you can take control of your schedule, your health, your mindset, and your progress. 1 month may sound small, but small is powerful because it feels possible. When you commit to a month, your brain no longer hides behind excuses. It knows the finish line is close, so it allows you to give your best. The reason most people fail is because they look too far ahead. They say they want to change their life in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years. But the mind cannot hold focus for that long. The moment feels too distant. That's why the 1 month success plan works. It shrinks the distance between your desire and your action. It makes the goal feel urgent. You don't have a year to waste. You don't have 10 years to wait. You have 30 days to prove you're serious. Imagine if you woke up tomorrow and for the next 30 days, you had absolute clarity on your priorities. Imagine that you knew exactly what mattered, exactly what actions would push you forward, exactly what habits you must build and which ones you must destroy. Imagine the focus you would have if every distraction was cut away and every hour mattered. In just 30 days, you would become sharper, stronger, more confident. You would realize that transformation does not take forever. It takes consistency. Discipline is the bridge. Without discipline, a plan is just paper. With discipline, even a simple plan can work miracles. Discipline is choosing to act even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is waking up when your body wants to sleep, saying no when your impulses want to say yes, staying focused when distractions scream for your attention. And the beauty of discipline is that it compounds. Every day you keep your promise to yourself, your self-respect grows. Every time you take action, you are telling your mind that you can be trusted. That trust becomes confidence, and confidence becomes momentum. Now think about daily action. Not once a week action, not when you feel inspired action, but daily action. Transformation does not happen in sudden explosions. It happens in the slow and steady rhythm of consistent effort. A person who does a small thing every day will always outperform the person who does a big thing once in a while. If you exercise for 30 days straight, even just 15 minutes a day, your body changes. If you read for 30 days, even just 10 pages a day, your mind changes. If you spend 30 days eliminating one bad habit, your future changes. Yes, all daily actions multiplied by 30 days create an unstoppable force. And then comes clarity. Without clarity, you will waste your days. You will be busy but not productive. You will fill your schedule with noise but achieve nothing meaningful. Clarity is knowing exactly what matters most right now. Clarity is cutting away the unnecessary and focusing only on the vital few actions that create real results. If you want your life to transform in a month, you must begin with clarity. You must decide clearly what this month is about. Is it about your health, your career, your mindset, your relationships? You cannot transform everything at once. But you can transform one thing in a powerful way, and that one change will ripple into every area of your life. So picture yourself 30 days from now. Picture the version of you who decided to stop talking and start doing. Picture the version of you who had clarity about what truly mattered, who built discipline by keeping promises to yourself, who took action every single day, no matter how small. That version of you exists, waiting on the other side of 30 days. Not a dream version, not a fantasy, but a real and stronger you. And the only price you must pay is commitment. 1 month of relentless focus, 1 month of saying no to excuses, 1 month of showing up every single day with clarity, discipline, and action. Small, consistent steps create massive change, whether it's building one new habit each day or cutting off one harmful habit. Most people underestimate what can be done in a short period of time because they are always chasing after big, dramatic breakthroughs. They want overnight success. They want instant transformation. They want to see results that shock the world. But real life doesn't work that way. Definitely. Real transformation comes from the little choices repeated daily. The small steps that seem almost invisible in the moment, but compound into extraordinary change over time. Think about a drop of water falling on a stone. One drop makes no difference, two drops still make no difference, but thousands of drops over time can carve through the hardest rock. That is the power of consistency. Each step on its own might feel insignificant, but when you look back after 30 days, 60 days, or a year, you realize the mountain you have climbed began with small steps that you almost ignored. Every great achievement you admire started this way. A best-selling book begins with one page. A strong body begins with one workout. A successful business begins with one small idea acted on consistently. The problem is that people become impatient. They want the result without respecting the process. They look at others who are ahead and forget that those people built their success one step at a time. If you commit to adding just one new positive habit each day, the results are unstoppable. Imagine waking up tomorrow and drinking a glass of water as your first act of the day. That is a small step. Imagine deciding to read 10 minutes before bed instead of scrolling on your phone. That is a small step. Imagine walking for 15 minutes every morning. Another small step. None of these actions will change your life overnight, but stack them together, repeat them consistently, and 1 month later you are healthier, sharper, and more disciplined, and it works the same with removing harmful habits. Imagine you stop checking social media during the first hour of your morning. That single decision saves your focus for the day. Imagine you cut down one unhealthy snack and replace it with fruit. That simple action improves your health. Imagine you stop complaining about what you cannot control and instead write down one thing you are grateful for. That transforms your mindset. Each harmful habit you cut away makes space for growth. Each small elimination frees your energy for what really matters. The truth is, success is not about doing everything at once. It is about doing the right thing every single day without fail. When you make your goals too big, your mind feels overwhelmed, and you end up procrastinating. But when you shrink the challenge into small, consistent actions, your mind says, yes, it feels achievable, so you begin. And once you begin, momentum builds. Momentum is the secret that most people overlook. A train that is standing still can be blocked by a small piece of wood. But once the train is moving with momentum, nothing can stop it. Small daily steps create that momentum in your life. At first it feels slow, but with each repetition, with each day of consistency, the momentum grows until it carries you forward effortlessly. Discipline becomes easier when habits are small. You do not need extreme willpower to walk for 10 minutes. You do not need unshakable strength to write a single paragraph. You do not need to be a superhero to meditate for 5 minutes. But if you repeat these simple actions every day, your brain wires them into your identity. You no longer have to force yourself because it becomes who you are. You become the person who exercises daily, the person who reads daily, the person who focuses daily. That shift in identity is the real transformation. People often ask, how do I change my life in a month? The answer is simple. Choose one or two small actions that align with your vision and commit to them without fail. Do not break the chain. Do not skip a day. Protect those actions as if they are non-negotiable, because they are. When you do this, you prove to yourself that change is possible, that growth is possible, that you are capable of more than you thought. And that belief fuels even bigger change. The beauty of small steps is that they eliminate excuses. You cannot say you do not have time, because everyone has time for 10 minutes. You cannot say you do not have energy, because small steps require little energy. You cannot say you are not ready, because small steps require no preparation. By removing excuses, small steps give you no escape from progress. You either do them or you don't, and when you choose to do them, the results begin to appear. Think about your own life. Think about the habits you know you need to build. Think about the harmful habits you know you need to remove. Now imagine if for the next 30 days you committed to just one change. Not 100, not 10, just one. What if you committed to writing 1 page a day, or exercising for 10 minutes a day, or saving a small amount of money daily, or replacing one negative thought with one positive one? Positive one. By the end of 30 days, you would be a different person, not because you made one giant leap, but because you honored one small step over and over until it became a part of you. This is how transformation works. It is not glamorous. It is not dramatic. It is not dramatic. It is not immediate. But it is real. It is lasting, and it is within your control. Small, consistent steps create massive change. Success comes when you eliminate distractions and give your time only to the actions that truly move you closer to your goals. Distractions are the silent killers of dreams. They don't announce themselves loudly. They don't destroy your life in one moment. They creep in quietly, stealing minutes here, hours there, until entire years are gone, and you look back wondering why you were still in the same place. The truth is that most people do not fail because they lack talent or opportunity. They fail because they are too distracted to focus their energy on what really matters. Every time you open your phone to scroll, every time you check messages that don't matter, every time you say yes to things that don't serve your vision, you are trading pieces of your future for temporary noise. Imagine your life as a glass jar, and every day you can only fit so many stones into it. If you fill it with sand and dust, there is no space for the big stones that represent your true priorities. This is how distractions work. They crowd your life until there is no room left for progress. The human brain is designed to chase stimulation. That is why distractions feel attractive. They give you quick pleasure, quick relief, quick escape. But the cost is massive because while you are entertained, your dreams are starving. Your goals are sitting on the shelf waiting for your attention, but your focus is busy elsewhere. Success requires the opposite approach. You must discipline your focus, remove the unnecessary, and pour your time into actions that directly build your future. Think of an archer aiming at a target. If his eyes wander, if his attention is scattered, the arrow will miss every time. Only when his focus narrows on the bullseye does he have the power to hit it. Life is no different. If you aim at everything, you hit nothing. If you chase every distraction, you make no real progress. Success belongs to the people who decide what matters and give it their full attention. Distractions are not only external, they also exist within. Negative thoughts, self-doubt, overthinking, constant worry. These are inner distractions that steal more time than any phone or television. When your mind is filled with clutter, your actions slow down. You hesitate. You procrastinate. You spend hours thinking about doing something instead of actually doing it. Eliminating distractions means clearing both your environment and your mind. It means designing a life where your focus flows naturally toward progress. When you decide to eliminate distractions, you immediately increase your power. Because time is the only resource you can never get back. Money lost can be earned again. Opportunities missed can return in another form, but time wasted is gone forever. Every distraction is not just stealing your attention. It is stealing your future. That is why the most successful people guard their time like treasure. They say no more than they say yes. They design their days around what matters most and ignore everything else. Consider this. If you spent 2 hours every day distracted by meaningless things in a month that is 60 hours, in a year that is over 700 hours, nearly a full month of lost life. Now imagine if you invested those same hours into focused action on your goal. Imagine if you wrote, built, learned, trained, or created instead of scrolling and wasting. The difference after 1 year would be unbelievable. One version of you would still be stuck, the other would be transformed. And then the difference would come down to one decision: distractions or focus. Eliminating distractions does not mean living without joy. It does not mean being robotic or never relaxing. It means choosing intentionally. It means asking, does this move me closer to my goals, or does this pull me further away? It means designing boundaries for your time so that your dreams always get the best of your energy, not the leftovers. Focus is a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. At first, it is hard to ignore distractions. The temptation is strong. But with practice, you begin to notice that every time you choose focus, you move forward faster. Every time you say no to what doesn't matter, you say yes to what does. And soon, progress becomes addictive. Success begins to chase you because you are aligned, clear, and consistent. Think about the people you admire, the people who achieved greatness. Their secret was not that they had more hours in the day. Everyone has the same 24. Their secret was that they refused to waste time on what didn't matter. They eliminated distractions, they cut out noise, and they built their future with laser focus on the essential. That is the model you must follow if you truly want to change your life. So ask yourself, what distractions are holding me back right now? What habits, what people, what routines, what choices are stealing my future? Then ask, what actions will truly move me closer to my goals? If you can answer those questions honestly and live them daily, your success is no longer a matter of chance. It becomes a matter of time. And now I want you to look at yourself, not the excuses, not the distractions, not the doubts, just you. Look at the person you are and the person you can become. There is a gap, yes, but that gap is not as wide as you think. That gap is crossed by choice. One choice. The choice to take control of your time, your focus, and your future. Tell me, how long will you wait before you start? How many more months? How many more years will pass before you decide you've had enough of being stuck? You say tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. You say one day, but one day becomes none day. The only time you own is this moment right now. And if you don't use it, it will slip through your hands like water. I want you to ask yourself a simple question. Am I willing to waste the rest of my life being busy, being distracted, being unfocused, or will I rise and claim the life I know I am meant to live? Because deep down, you already know. You know there is more inside you. You know you have potential untapped, dreams unchased, strength unused. You know it. I'm just here to remind you of it. You see, life doesn't reward the dreamers who never act. Life rewards the doers, the focused, the disciplined, the ones who choose progress over excuses. And you have that power inside you. You may not control where you started, but you control where you go from here. You may not control every challenge, but you control how you respond. You may not control time passing, but you control how you spend it. So hear me when I say this. You are not stuck. You are not powerless. You are not average unless you choose to be. Every day you wake up, you are holding a pen, and that pen is writing the story of your life. The question is, are you writing a story worth telling, or are you letting distractions and doubt write it for you? Stand tall, breathe deep, and remember, you are stronger than you believe, smarter than you realize, and braver than you think. You don't need to see the whole path. You just need to take the next step, and the next, and the next. Because greatness isn't one giant leap. It is small, consistent steps taken with courage. And yes, people will doubt you. People will laugh. People will question your choices. Let them. Because the same people who laugh now will one day look at your success and say, I always knew you would make it. Don't live for their approval. Live for your purpose. Don't live for their opinions. Live for your vision. Live for your... I want you to feel it, the power of 1 month, the power of one plan, the power of one decision. You don't need a lifetime to prove yourself. You just need a season of focus, a season of discipline, a season of relentless commitment. And when you give yourself fully to that, you will shock yourself with what you can accomplish. So the next time distractions come, and they will, I want you to hear this voice in your head saying, not today. The next time fear whispers, I want you to answer, watch me. The next time excuses rise, I want you to crush them with action. Because success doesn't come to the one who waits. It comes to the one who moves. Tell yourself, I will not waste my time. Tell yourself, I will not trade my future for comfort. Tell yourself, I will not settle for average. And then prove it with every action. Prove it with every choice. Prove it with every step. Because at the end of your life, it won't matter how many hours you were busy. It won't matter how many distractions you entertained. What will matter is this. Did you live the life you were capable of living? Or did you let it pass you by? And I promise you this, you have everything inside you right now to choose greatness. You don't need permission. You don't need the perfect conditions. You don't need to wait. You just need to decide. So rise. Rise above your distractions. Rise above your fears. Rise above your excuses. This is your time. This is your month. This is your life. And it's waiting for you to step into it fully, without hesitation, without apology, without holding back. Look in the mirror tonight and tell yourself, enough is enough. Tomorrow I begin. Tomorrow I focus. Tomorrow I act, and then do it. Because if you do, a month from now, a year from now, a decade from now, you will look back and say with pride, that was the moment my life transformed.